Hi, and welcome to Sarco's showroom at 50 Hilton Street in Easton, Pennsylvania. Sarco is one of the largest suppliers of firearms, accessories, and parts to the shooting industry for the past 60 years. Now, when a lot of people think of Denmark, they think of maybe Hans Christian Andersen, Tivoli Gardens, but if you're a shooter, particularly in Europe, you think of a company started in 1919 by a man named Schultz and Larsen, or Schultz and Larsen. Famous for their target rifles, both were Olympic shooters in the 1920s. They started the firm, World War II came, and after the war they said, what are we going to do? We have all of these German Mausers in Denmark, so they started a business of converting them to a more popular caliber in the Norwegian companies, or Scandinavian companies, which was the 6.5 by 55 Suite. Now here's an example of one of the early conversions. We know it's an early conversion because rather than saying Schultz and Larsen on the barrel, it says Fabriker. It's a 1941 JP Sauer. They did not scrub the receivers. Still has the original serial number and Waffens on the receiver. Barrel is a 98 receiver, so what they would do is strip the guns down, configure a 6.5 by 55 Suite barrel in the same dimension, install it on the gun, made slight modifications for the gun, and in Olsen's book on the Mauser, he does reference this in a section. Comes with the original sling, original German stock. Metal parts match each other with the exception of the barrel band. 6.5 Swede, you can't beat this. We only have one, which we recently imported. It's available for $1,800. That's available in the showroom at our normal hours, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 5, Friday, 10 to 7, and on Saturday, 10 to 5, or you can call 610-250-3960, or 24 hours a day, you can go on our website. This will be a featured gun on our website. Thank you for your time and hope to see you in the shop soon. Schultz and Larsen, the maker of fine target guns in Europe. After World War II, as we've seen, they developed a rifle straight off the German K98 Mauser. Target shooters were looking for something more, so Schultz and Larsen went to the drawing board and came up with this beauty, known as the Model 52. You can see changes from the original Gewehr 98, where we shortened the stock, put a sight on which looks very much like a Garand sight. Just don't forget they did change over to using the Garand shortly after World War II. Diopter front sight, so now we had a target rifle which was used basically in 200 and 300 meter competitions. Stock remained the original stock. Bolt, everything is original. Heavy barrel, 27 inches long, and this one is built on a JP Sauer 1944 action. These guns saw shooter in the target range and also to train soldiers in Denmark. Wonderful gun, so stop in please, either at our store or online, or call 610-250-3960 to find out some more information about this wonderful gun. And it is priced at $795. Schultz and Larsen continued to refine their target guns. This is the Model 69. This was the final in the series. And you can see, if you're familiar with Swedish weapons, the stock design is very similar to the Swedish CG63. One of the big differences is the 63 has a cheek piece on each side, whereas Schultz and Larsen only has one for right-handed shooters. Again, we took the 98 action, didn't scrub any of the marks off it. This one is a 1941 Mauser action, 27-inch heavy taper barrel, diopter front sight, and micrometer rear sight. Chambered in 6.5 Swede, one of the most popular calibers in that region of Europe. Now, they just didn't improve it. On the CG63, for instance, they used the standard military trigger and just honed it up. What Schultz and Larsen did, removing the action from the stock, we can see that Schultz and Larsen went one step further. They actually developed a trigger which is adjustable for this gun. All these guns seem to let off at about 3.5 pounds, making it a superb target rifle. Again, it is all purely 98 with enhancements done by one of the foremost companies in Europe, Schultz and Larsen. It's unfortunate that their name doesn't resonate with more shooters in North America. However, this morning after you finish your coffee, finish your Danish, give us a call, drop by our website or drop by the store and take a look at some of these fine examples of target weapons. Thank you.